Hey everyone, people ask me all the time, what do you mean by this fortress of shame that abusers have? Well, let's talk about this. So we know that abusers are these people, these characterologically disordered individuals. By the way, subscribe, please. We know that they actually have, predisposition to this, right? Like abusers, for the most part, there's going to be some kind of a predisposition to being this way. What I always say, and maybe it's that hopeful side of me, is that if someone's born into a family system where they're supported and they're given as much of the TLC and love that they need, the unconditional love, the ability to be authentic, is there hope for people? Absolutely. This is not like a trajectory like, oh my gosh, like these people are automatically going to be bad. But let's just say that I was born with a propensity to be needing to have, well, first of all, having low empathy and needing to have control over others, right? And that control comes from a place of shame. So as a child, maybe my parents shamed me, they put me down, they told me I was lazy, I was worthless, you're just like your father, all of those horrible things, right? And then when that happens, what does a child learn? They learn, oof, I'm not good, I'm not valuable, I don't matter. I am not safe. I am not safe. And so then what ends up happening is that as time goes on, I learn to be less authentic. I learn to be more performative over time. Now, maybe some really amazing person comes into my life, meaning a teacher, a mentor, someone, a grandparent that I can connect with. And this shifts a little bit for me, and that's fantastic, right? That's like my belief system. Some people might say that's a little Pollyanna, but I do think that that's true. I think we can shift children's experiences. We see this all the time, right? And so then let's just say that as time goes on, though, I don't have that connection. I never get that secure attachment really with anyone. I'm lost. I'm untethered out to sea. And so then what do? Is I keep all this shame in and I continue to need to exert power and control to feel safe, to feel more able to handle my environment, right? It's a maladaptive we, meaning a negative adaptive coping mechanism. And in that, I am working really hard to keep all of these things that I am so ashamed of inside. So the fortress of shame gets thicker and thicker and thicker and thicker with time. And so, therefore, people say to me, do abusers get worse? I just think they get better at hiding their vulnerabilities. They get better because they have this thick, thick, thick fortress. I imagine like, like a castle, like all the thick layer of stone. It just gets thicker with time. And this is how it's a protective factor, right? Because being vulnerable was never safe as a child, never safe as a child. So now, as we age, that vulnerability is just raw, and I am not going to show my vulnerability. And that's why when a victim attempts to escape, it's like that victim has taken a little bit of a hammer toward that fortress of shame, and the abuser's like, no way. No way at all. You are not breaking down this fortress of shame. I am going to show you who should be ashamed. I'm going to project it all onto you. That's how I stay safe. That's how I am able to cover my fortress of shame. So I hope that's helpful. And please remember to subscribe. I do talk about the character traits of abusers in my TEDx. I would love for you to check it out and share it with other people. It might help other people understand your experiences. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.